Hello again, welcome back. Here we are to study Swift again, and in the last few videos we covered structs and classes. In this video we're going to cover enums. Okay, so enum is short for enumeration. Okay, oftentimes you have a value that you're going to store in a variable, but it might be a string, but really it's only like 3 choices, right? Or you have a number, but you can only pick one of 3 choices. It's like if you go into the boba shop and they'll ask you what sweetness you want to make your drink, and you'll say like 25, 50, 75%, 100%. You can't say 37%, though I guess some, drink chefs would humor you at that, but they don't really post it on the menu in that way, right? So how do enums work? Well, an enum looks like this, and an enum is a type also. Okay, so just like a struct or a class, an enum is a type, but it's a type that has a fixed set of choices, right? So you can see here I've created an enum called T-type, and I've set the case to black, oolong, lavender, and chai, right? And so if I wanted to create an instance of an enum, we would just say, some variable equals enum name dot and then one of the choices for the enum. Done like this, behind the scenes, secretly, the enum is actually just an integer. So this is like 0, 1, 2, and 3. And you could have created a system like that, right? You could have just said, okay, anytime someone wants black tea, we're going to put a 0. And anytime somebody wants an oolong tea, we're going to use a 1. But in code, that would be hard to understand, right? So anytime you saw the number 2, was that lavender or was it oolong? I can't remember, right? But if we can spell out the name lavender, then it's like obvious what we're using, right? Okay? Or what the choice was. So this is kind of like it, enums make our programming life easier, right? So it saves us from mistakes where we might misspell something. It saves us from problems where we can't understand what a value represents, because here the value is just spelled out, and it makes it easier to work with those situations, right? So that's the purpose of this, right? So it's common practice to start each case with a lowercase letter. So the type for the enum will start with an uppercase letter, but the case for the enum will be lowercase, right? And notice we also, for each enum type, we put case, the keyword, in front of it, okay? So it's not like a var or a let, it's a case, okay? So let's try it. So your goal, actually do me a favor, let's copy this enum and maybe we'll use this for the T type that we created. But your goal is to create a coffee enum, okay? And you can use the T type as a starting place. So what I'll do is I'll go into my code here and maybe above the boba tea right here, because I got coffee here too, so but maybe above the boba tea I'll put the T type, okay? And maybe now, yeah, so I guess that looks pretty good. So now let's do the coffee type, right? I guess I put it up there so it's a little hard to see the coffee down here, but I guess I can see both now. So I've got my T type up here, and I've got my coffee type down here. So now let's create a coffee type. So I'll start with, actually, wait, I got an idea. Why don't you try that? Create a coffee type as an enum, okay? So it'll be called coffee type, and it'll have 3 values. It'll have Robusta, Liberica, and Arabica, right? So you can stop the video, try that on your own, and then I'll walk through the solution. Okay, how did you do? Let's walk through the solution. So I'll start here with the keyword enum, and then I'll set the name to an uppercase name, which will be coffee type, okay? And then for my 3 cases here, I'll say case Robusta, and we don't need any quotation marks or anything around the case, okay? So we just name it kind of like we're creating a variable, but it's a special type of variable that belongs to the enum. And then we'll do Liberica, I guess that's how you pronounce that, I'm not sure. And then Arabica. Okay, done. Okay, so great. Thanks for watching, and we'll move on and do the next section in the next video.